Hello everyone, it's Michael Downton with Real Brokers. Glad to see you again, glad to connect with you on my channel. So this particular video, this is going to be for you renters out there. You renters that are thinking to yourself you'd like to get into your own home, but you feel trapped. You feel stuck because your credit's not the best credit in the world. But I'm telling you, if you're paying $1,600, $1,800, $2,000 a month to rent, you can have your own home. There's no reason to feel trapped. There's no reason to feel struggled. I'm telling you, if you're looking to try to get a loan for a house and your credit is 550, 585, 600, we got you. I got the perfect program for you. I want to help you get into a place that's yours and you can take care of your home and not make somebody else rich, right? And this video is going to cover the FHA 203K loan. It is absolutely a game changer for anybody who's thinking of owning their own home but is having a hard time getting to it. So the FHA 203K loan is specifically designed to take what most people used to have to get a mortgage loan and then they turn around and have to get a loan to renovate the house. So now they're operating two loans and two expenses or two payments. Well, this balls that up into one loan, so you only have one payment and only one down payment is needed. And essentially what you're doing is finding a house that it's going to need some TLC. Right? This house is going to be under the market value, meaning if the houses around it are being sold for $350,000, $400,000, this home you really want it to be $170,000, $180,000 maybe, $190,000 even. Okay, call it $200,000. If you can find a home that's in this price range, but it needs some TLC, this might be the perfect home for you. Because this loan with the FHA 203, it's going to give you the money to pay that $200,000, and it's going to give you the $100,000 you're going to need to fix it up. Now the great thing about this is once you complete fixing up this home, will have instant equity in this house. So what is equity? Well, let's look at equity like a savings account. Right now, you'd be doing great if you could find a savings account that could give you a 5% interest annually, right? So that's only $5,000 if you put $100,000 in. What we're talking about here is you putting in $300,000 and getting $50,000 back. That is almost 3 to 4 times as much as what you would get back if you were just doing a savings account, right? And this is your intellect. This is maybe your sweat equity, because intellect meaning you don't have to do this yourself. You can find contractors that can do the labor for you. That's what the loan is for, right? The loan is for you to pay contractors to do this work, not just you. But if you do the work yourself because you're capable of painting or fixing a window or putting a cabinet together or putting a countertop on something, if these are things that you're capable of doing, your sweat equity could save you thousands of dollars. But not everybody can do this. But I'm simply stating you don't have to use your sweat equity to make this make sense for you. Okay, so let's unpack this FHA 203K loan. Okay, there are two types. The first loan is a limited loan. It's only going to go up to about $35K. So I want you to think more like going to update the kitchen, going to fix up the bathroom, maybe give it a paint job and some new floors. That's the kind of loan that would cover. The standard FHA 203, it's got an unlimited amount. So it's more renovations, like we're talking major overhauls. Maybe you want to add a new room, maybe you want to add a driveway, right? this is the kind of loan that would add bigger value, more equity into the house. So the loan itself, an FHA loan, you're gonna need at least 3.5% down. So you're talking a $200,000 house, a $300,000 house, somewhere between $7,000 and $10,000 is what you're gonna need as a down payment. Okay, so it's one loan, so you got one loan and one payment, which allows you to get a more affordable house, which allows you to build your equity. Literally, you build your equity so that once you've lived in the house for a year, that's the other requirement. You got to live in it for at least 1 year before you can sell the house or rent the house, right? The other factor for that is the FHA does have to approve of the house. So this is a longer process. It's not something that's going to happen as quick as a normal loan would, because the FHA has to approve of the house and will have to approve of the renovations that are going to be done to the house. So we're going to have to meet with contractors, get a contractor's plan for what they plan to do for the house and how much that's going to cost. They have to approve all of that. Then you can close on the house. Once you close on the house, you can allow the renovations to take place, and the bank will give you money to pay for those renovations as it happens. So originally the bank is going to give you money to pay for the house. Then the bank will slowly give you money as each section of the project gets done, so that you're not getting all of this all at once. So this is a longer process. So if you're looking to move out quickly, this is not going to be an ideal move for you. But if you're willing to put some time and some effort and some thought into getting yourself prepared to move out, which a lot of people do. A lot of people put a lot of time in trying to find a good place and what is their plan to get out of renting. That's what this is all about. This literally helps you come up with a plan and gives you step-by-step process that you can go through in order to make this plan actually happen. So this will take some diligence on your part to make sure you're following up. So here's where it gets even better, folks. This particular FHA loan, this is not a one-time deal. You can use it multiple times. Now, you can't have two FHA loans at the same time, but you find your first house, you fix it up, you renovate it, you live in it for a year, then you sell it or refinance it and get that equity out instantly and go buy another house, right? And then once you do that, you go through the process all over again. And each time you're selling the house, you're making $40,000 or $50,000, building up instant equity into the home, and eventually you find yourself into your dream house. How many times is it going to take you to do that? I don't know. Because you are the only one that really knows what you're dreaming of, right? But this at least gives you an avenue, an opportunity that through sweat equity and intelligence and a well thought out plan, you can actually achieve the house you've always been looking for. Let's be honest. The housing market sucks right now. To think that you have to pay $500,000 just to be able to get a starter home, not everybody can achieve that. And I'll be honest with you, it's amazing to me what $500,000 is nowadays. That's a 2,400 square foot house. That used to be way bigger. I mean, it is amazing what the housing market has done since COVID. And frankly, the prices of houses have not dropped back down to the pre-COVID level. They have risen up to that pre-COVID level, and they have not come back down. Materials have. The cost of construction materials have come down, which is ironic that the cost of materials have come down, but the cost of housing has not. Clearly, there's a demand for housing still. And this gives you an opportunity to find a house that you can afford and a house that you can fix up to build that equity that you want and get into that dream home. And that's really what everybody wants, is just an opportunity. but this one's going to take a little work, but I know you can do it. So let's break down what that process is real quick. First, you're going to find a fixer-upper, okay? Secondly, you're going to get pre-approved for the FHA loan. Third, you're going to get with contractors. You're going to come up with a plan. Those plans have to get approved. Once those plans are approved by the FHA loan person, you will then be able to close on the house, get the renovation started, and boom, you move in and enjoy your project for the next year, right? You can sell, you can rent it out, whatever makes you happy. So what we've been talking about here is fixing up houses, right? And while we can talk about it, it's all good and all, sometimes it's good to be able to see it as well. So I'm going to attach a couple of links into the notes and onto this video. One guy's name is Tarl Yarber. He's with Fixated Real Estate. He's another YouTube guy. And he goes through a process of how he took a home for $170,000, fixed it up, paid about $125,000. I think it was $315,000 or something like that. And then he turned around, sold the house. He ended up making about $60,000 on the deal. It took him about 6 months to process it. But this way you can see everything he went through to actually get to the point where he was ready to flip the house, which is essentially what we're doing. The only difference is he's working with investors and you're not going to be working with investors. You're going to have the FHA 203 loan, which would require you to stay in the house for a year. So he's not having to deal with that, but you will. But this is all for you. Now maybe later you want to use it and be your own house flippers and make your own business with it. And that would be wonderful because this would be a great teaching process, I'm sure. The other guy I want you to look at is Darius Welch. This kid's 21, 22 years old, and this was his first house flipping project. He bought a house for $80,000, he flipped it, he did make $100,000. Look, I'm telling you, this is an easy thing to do, but it's going to take some grit. It's going to take some determination, and it's going to take some willingness to get your hands dirty. But this is what this allows you to do. It gives you an opportunity to build equity and get out of this renter's trap. Why keep making somebody else rich? Take the money that you're using, invest it into yourself, invest it into your family, and build the kind of future that you want. Hey, if you like this video, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you thought. Smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Reach out to me. I'd love to help you guys make your dreams come true, and I am sure that we can use this FHA loan to make that happen. Look forward to hearing from you. Let's talk.